everybody's here together. But
If everyone is here, if you want to gather around, we can get started. Woo! Roman's ready. Roman is ready.
We're ready to go.
All right. My name is Vanessa Comara, and I am the bilingual pro in the back office for the on-track team. And I'd like to take the next few minutes to talk to you about the consumables management solution. Now, as you know, we have made really great strides with automation on the job. We have automation already for our assets. We're able to do that through our stationary gateways, our VIMs, and our HIMs. But now the consumables management solution allows us to take that one step further by offering automation for all of our consumables. And we're able to do that with the Consumables Pass, the Connected Locker, and automatic refill. So consumables management solution is a modular solution. What does that mean? It means that it meets the customer where they are. So if you have customers that are either not buying consumables from us or buying very little consumables from us, a good place to start is going to be the Consumables Pass. And then as they begin to buy more and more of our consumables, or maybe you already have customers that are committed to buying consumables from us, then you can introduce them to the other pillars of consumables management solution, namely the Connected Locker and automatic refill. So the question is, where do we start? A great place to start is going to be with the Consumables Pass monthly subscription. So let's talk about this. First of all, it is easy to get set up. You don't need to have a contract to use it. But most importantly, the customer decides what their monthly budget is going to be, okay? And also, regardless of how many purchases they make throughout the month, they're only going to receive one invoice, and that's it. And it's for the predetermined amount that they set for themselves. So there are absolutely no surprises, and there's complete transparency. And then all they have to do is go to Hilti Online. They can see a history of all the purchases that they've made, and they have access to clear and concise reporting. And then at the end of the year, if they've gone below the budget they set for themselves, that's no problem. We'll send them, we'll give them a refund. However, if they go over the budget they set for themselves, that's okay also, because we'll give them a 5% loyalty discount on the remainder of their balance. Either way, it's a win-win for the customer, okay? And so then, as the customer starts to purchase more, or maybe you have those customers that are purchasing lots of our consumables, that's when you can introduce them to the Connected Locker with automatic refill. Now, the interesting thing about this locker is that it talks directly to OnTrack. Now, OnTrack is an amazing software, but it's only good as the information that you put in it, right? And how many times have we seen our customers go get the consumables off the shelves, and what do? They forget to update OnTrack, or they forget to tell the foreman. So the foreman goes and looks at OnTrack, and it is not a fair representation of what's actually going on the shelves, right? And that's where the Connected Locker helps us remedy that problem. So Roman has volunteered.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was looking for that. It's a chip. It's called a chip
okay?
at the casino.
Every employee that uses the consumables, the Connected Locker, is going to have their own pass, okay? Their own key fob. It is connected to their profile and OnTrack. So Roman's going to set up and he's going to scan it right here. And now he's going to choose the job site where he's going to use those consumables. So click one of these little pictures. There you go. And click on OK. All right. Now the magic is happening. All right. Now Roman is going to go in here. He's going to take all the consumables he's going to need for the day. You don't need to remove the things, because actually these are weights, okay? So all you need to do is just reach in and take out what you need. Now you guys can come closer because I want you to see what's happening on this screen here. This is talking to on-track, and it's letting us know that badge number of this person, and when it gets into on-track, it's going to tell them who this person is, and it's telling on-track right now what they took and how many pieces they took. Okay? We saw the region, and look, there you go. And so now what happens is we're going to close the door, and all of this information is going to be the inventory and progress. And when you go into on-track, all of that information is going to be there. So now when I go to on-track and I look at my consumables, I know that the information there is actually correct. It's a fair representation of what's on the shelves.
Since it's all based on weight, what if you have like a top this that weight the same as like how does it go?
Well, because they all have their own bins.
Oh, so it knows the bin.
It knows the bin. Yes. Okay, so now what will happen is if it's connected to the automatic system, and so the customer is set to a minimum amount. Once you reach that minimum amount, the customer is going to automatically receive an order, just like that. They don't have to worry about, oh gosh, I'm about to place an order. They're going to automatically receive it. And as the admin, I'm going to go and take my key, and I'm going to click on it, and then I'll do my refill. Now, again, it's talking to on-track, and it's going to automatically update all of those things. And that saves so much time, because with the automatic refill, a lot of times I have to teach the customer this is how you do the replenish. You got to find time to do the replenish. This is one thing that's taken off their plates. They don't have to worry about it.
We have put out 5. I just wanted 4. I came back. Now I can put it back.
So, one of the things a couple of things I want to do. This is new for us. We've piloted with one company. We have 9 of these lockers. So the locker is in limited sales. All right. It's in Germany. And what we have found that since they've used this for the last couple of months, they have had a 30% increase in their consumables. That's amazing. So here's some key tidbits I want you to review. And I want you to take that to your managers in your company. Where do we get started? Let's get started with the consumables. Right? So it's so easy to set up. You don't need a contract. And at the end of the day, what we want is for our customers to buy more consumables, right? A lot of you all are going to be having that conversation with your customers about their fleet renewals. When you're talking to them about that, talk to them about the consumables and the inserts that goes with those moving tools, okay? If you don't know if they're not purchasing tools from us, have that discovery conversation with them. What projects do you have coming up? What tools are you going to use? What consumables are we going to use? Yes.
We're going to take any consumables from them.
Not only does it take any consumables or inserts that we have, it also takes consumables and inserts from other manufacturers. And let me tell you, a lot of our competitors don't do that, or if they do, they have a surcharge. We don't do that. Yes.
So like if they're wearing gloves or glasses.
Yes, you know, if they want to do PPE or gloves or whatever, they can put that in there. When we set everything up, we'll set up the weights, each of these. So it's important to see there's labels on everything, and we can adjust the shelf, the shelf height. So yes, they can put anything in there, filter stuff, other manufacturer stuff. Of course, with automatic refill, it must be filtering items. Right?
The customer.
So, are there limitations to the size? Obviously, there's
Limitations to the size.
I like if they want long buildings, let's say, like the long hollow ones. Would they lay it across?
No, it has to be on. See, these are sitting on weight, so it has to be on. Now, if you want to take this one out, because maybe this is going to lean over, and maybe you'll take this shelf out. Yes, that's possible. You can figure that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so if you maybe how to print it.
Yes, you can do that as long as it's sitting in the bin.
Got it.
Yeah.
So basically, you can have a bigger bin for like a larger.
Yeah. So all of your large. Notice how these bins down here, are larger than these, and
Yeah.
usually have your tiny ones, right? And you don't have to have everything and every bit. Other questions? Good question. So the customer is going to pay a price for it each month. I think they're still working on that. I think they'll break even maybe around. We're not really in this to make money off the lot. We're in it because we know that once we have something like this in place, the customer buys more of our consumers, and that's what they want. Yes.
Customer wants to be on the job site, you have to go and increase it out. Like, okay, you guys spend a lot.
Right now, what you get. Okay. And also, you want it to be in a place where there's not going to be a lot of dust, a lot of water. You want it to be in a warehouse and where no one's going to knock against it because you don't want it to, take it out of back.
So it can go in a trailer.
It can go in a trailer, yes.
So that's an exact place for like several job sites. Some of them trailer might have a lot of
Yes.
How does it go with the monthly subscription? I mean, what is the monthly fee based on what?
Right, so let's say you as an account manager are going to sit down with your customer. This is a good question. Yeah, this is a really good question about the consumables class because this is pretty shiny, but the consumables class is where I really would like for you to concentrate on because when you go home, you can get this started right away. How does that work? Sit down and talk to your customer. Look at what they've purchased maybe last year and maybe forecast what they think their purchases are going to be. And they'll come up with a number. Oh, I think maybe $1,500 a month is good. Okay. You sign a service agreement, okay? Not a subscription or anything, a service agreement. And then every month they get an invoice for $1,500. Right?
Whether they spend $1,500.
Whether they spend it or not, right? They're going to get an invoice at the beginning of the month, $1,500. Maybe they did 60 purchases, right? That's a headache, right? Trying to reconcile 60 invoices at the end of the month is a pain. That's gone away. One invoice. You see all your purchases on there. So one invoice for $1,500 because I said that's what I want my budget to be. Then, at the end of the year, you total that $1,500 times 12. If I didn't buy that much, then I get a refund. If I bought more than that, that's okay. I get a 5% discount off of the remainder of my budget. And then you sit down and talk with them and say, maybe $1,500 wasn't enough, and you might budget that next year. You have that conversation with them, and then you can adjust that. Exactly. Exactly.
That includes shipping, shipping costs.
I believe they'll have like the shipping, contract and all of that. Yes.
That's part of the
Yeah, exactly.
And minimum monthly fee?
No. You say 1,500, you get 1,500.
You got a question?
Yes.
On how much you value the customer and they handle resources and stuff. How long have you been doing this? Not that long. That's where the good so they don't have to define the service agreement. It's
It's $1 amount. It's $1,500. So if you want to buy this consumables this month and that consumables next month, not just
I guess there's no one level. Does it change the conversation about because you would have different ways
right. So the consumables tax is one thing. As far as the connected locker is concerned, that's another thing. What you have in there is what you need to have. If you want to change that, you would have to come that. You would need to make some plans because you have to increase your fee.
Just a question, I'm not capturing, you mentioned that they can put anything, even monthly.
Yes.
Then how does it tie to the subscription? I consider it
So that's separate. So I want to make it clear, we have 3 different pillars, okay? And they're independent of each other. You can have the consumables pass all by itself, stand alone. You can have the connected locker. If you have that, you need to have that with automatic refill. You can have automatic refill. I've been working with automatic refill since the very beginning, and we had none of this. So you can have automatic refill on its own, but you do have to have a pro subscription with contract to have that. With a locker, you'll need to have a pro subscription with contract. Those are the only two things about that. There's really no entry. Just need to get started with that. So I want to make it clear. All of these are interdependent of each other. Have I run out of time?
Okay. Close it off.
Close out with some compelling statements on what they need to do next.
Yeah, so as I said, when you go home, when you talk to your managers and your account managers, really get them excited about the Consumables Pass. It's easy to set up. They can get started on it right now, and they can automatically see what their savings are going to be. And most importantly, just they buy consumables, they buy work of the consumables, and that's good for the account. I'm sorry? If it isn't, I'll make sure. Pretty much so, yes. My name is Vanessa Pomara, K-O-N-A-R-A. Any questions? Hit me up on my phone.
Thank you, Vanessa. Great job. All right, guys, take a 15-minute break and then meet back in the classroom. 15 minutes. You don't have to. You ready? Doing what? Lifting that thing? Or are you just trying to get out of it?
No, what? No, I'm not getting out of it. We're going to leave you hanging in the chair.